Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I have embellishments to show you guys. I have some 3D projects to show you guys, and I have been using the items that I recently hauled from Rosie Studio. I have mainly used the Forget Me Not collection, but I also did combine other bits and pieces that I did haul recently. If you haven't watched that video, I will link it in my description area so you guys know which collection I'm talking about. I have also used the KSCRAFT Jeans Pocket Mini Album Set. I really wanted to make another thing with this set, and I finally got to. And then I also combined one of my favorite die sets from this month from KSCRAFT, which is the Hello Sunshine Bag Topper set. Oh my gosh, I love that set so much. Then I also did explore making some bunny characters using the die set that I got from AliExpress a little while ago as well. I'm gonna start off by talking to you guys about my film strip paperclip embellishments that I made. So they look like this, and the inspiration came from my previous KSCRAFT Ticket mini album set that I did use. Remember, I showed you guys the film strip shaker paperclip embellishment. I was inspired to do another one, but without turning it into a shaker, because the Rosie Studio Forget Me Not collection had this pattern paper in the collection. And when I saw this, it instantly reminded me to make another kind of paperclip embellishment. So to do this, it's very simple. You just have to cut into strips like this, and then you have to decide which color you want at the top. So for example, this one I chose from here. So it went from green, blue, and pink. So to do that, you have to cut off, give yourself a little bit extra space at the top of this one here to fold over the paper clip, just like how I did here. See? Now, to do this, some people like to stitch, which is what I did with my shaker embellishment. But because I'm not turning this into a shaker, I just simply added some 1/4-inch double-sided adhesive tape there. And then I just folded the paper down. And I used my bone folder to go over like this so that it's glued right against the paper clip there. I love using the expressive double-sided adhesive tapes whenever I can. I am on their creator team, and I love using all of their different adhesives that they have. In my project share, I have used a lot of their expressive power tack glue. This is a stronghold glue, so it's really great to quickly stick on your embellishment cluster. And to quickly position my ephemera pieces, I also did use the expressive double-sided tape runner, which really makes my embellishment layering so much easier. After I did the base of the paper clip, I just used some chipboard pieces and ephemera pieces to layer in the middle. So I made a cluster in the middle, and this is how it looks. So pretty. It says thinking of you. And this one here, I did green, and then so it was like green, blue, and pink, but I wanted the green to be at the bottom as well. So what I did was I cut out another little cube off the strip and then glued it to the bottom so that I have green, blue, green pattern. And here I used the adorable hedgehog that's in the collection, and it says a smile to remember. I finished it off using the Nouveau drop called Gold Coast. This is one of my favorite to use, this one here. And it's actually called Gold Coast, the color. And that's where I live here in Australia. Then I have this one here. I made a cluster using one of the larger ephemera piece of the butterfly, and I also incorporated some puffy stickers and clear stickers that was in the collection, and I put the typewriter with the storybook, and I accented it with the Nouveau drop as well. I absolutely love these. This is such a pretty gift. gift packaging too. And then I have this one here. This is where I got to use the envelope, floral envelope piece. Then I also added some foam behind this chipboard here. And it says a little paper hug. So I didn't need to add any further sentiment. I absolutely love this pen chipboard sticker here that was included in the collection. I had to put it right there. I also did add some clear stickers down here and here. So if you ever wonder how you should use your clear sticker packs, you can incorporate it into your embellishment layering. So this is my clear sticker pack that I have, and look, I have used so many. Can you see all the empty spaces? And you'll get to see them throughout my project share. And I absolutely love these. Then I'm gonna move on to show you my other ones. So I also did use the element from Elegant Tote Bag Set from KSCRAFT. So the Elegant Tote Bag Set also gives you this piece here where you can use it as a little label piece for the bag. And I turned it this way. And then I just layered some ephemera pieces on top. And it just looks so pretty. Then this one here, I used it horizontally. And then I also layered some fishtail banner piece there, as well as my foiled clear sticker for the background. Then I used these 2 flower pieces as well as the chipboard of the terrarium. And it says, "How wonderful you are." This one is a really beautiful cluster I made using so many different images. So I used it horizontally, my die cut. Then I layered this leaf piece here. So this was a longish leaf piece. Then I added this blue label piece. And I made sure to show the floral part there. I also layered another floral piece to the left on top of this label piece. Then I added some foam to raise this recipe box up. Then I put another foam behind this lemonade jug to raise it up further. Then glued the moments like these. But I made sure to put a thin foam behind this so that everything is balanced. I used a purse die to make this. This is a purse set from KSCRAFT. I absolutely love this purse set. And then I made sure to make a little mini card, but instead of having the card lift this way, I made the card go this way. And the reason being is when you're opening your little purse, you're opening it like this, right? So I made sure to do it that way. So this is my little note card. And it says, "Remember." I used 4 different ephemera pieces on here. And I love the fact that I used the copper mirror cardstock as well as the champagne gold. And it matches the pattern paper so nicely. Then I made this one here. This one I used really large floral piece as a base. Then I added this So Many Reasons to Smile. I also tucked in another floral cluster to the right. Then I added this on top towards the right part of the circle. And I just love this. This is another little note card. I love these. And I think these will be really nice way to send a little message or just gift it as is so that the future recipients can use it to gift it to their future recipients. Next one I want to show you is this one here. This is another KSCRAFT spring tote bag, and they have a small size and a bigger size. This is the smaller size, and this I absolutely love. I made a unicorn bag with the bigger size previously, and this one I turned it into more of a summery spring color tone. And then I added some peach paper to the side. And I also did add a big heart embellishment cluster I made using the Rosie Studio items. And it says, "Such a special day." This was a long sentiment, so I raised it up by adding a little cube. Let me show you. So I used the thicker foam. See this foam here? This is a much thicker foam. I put each of those on each side so that the middle is hollow. So it sort of is raised up a bit instead of looking all flat. I added this dove behind this little heart there, but I made sure that the heart is in the center of this larger heart. I just think this is really pretty. Then I added this little clasp with a little bit of the chain and added a really light rainbow charm to dangle. On the other side, this is where I got to use the bunny that I made. Such an adorable bunny. And it says, sending you flowers and a whole lot of sunshine. This piece here is actually from a sticker sheet. So I want to show you that I also have been using this cardstock sticker sheet, and this is where it was. So it's a little tag piece sticker, but I used it on top of this envelope piece by using a foam behind this to raise it up. Then I also added this 3 dragonfly sticker from the clear sticker pack. I think it's so adorable. Then I have made, my gosh, I'm dropping things. I have made this one here. This is where I got to use the jean pocket mini album set as well as the Hello Sunshine back topper. So the idea came from the ephemera pack that I hold from Rosie Studio. It said pocket full of sunshine, and I was like, I have a pocket die, so I have to use it. Then my head said, oh my gosh, I have a sunshine back topper, so let's combine it together, and this is how this box came about. So I used all of the pattern papers from the Forget Me Not collection. I did use some other blue tone for covering the box and things like that. And this one, I turned it into a box, you guys. See? To make this box, it's really super simple. All I had to do was, because this is the biggest size die that I had used, right? So that's the biggest size I used for the base. I also did cut out pattern papers to cover the top and the bottom, but I also sandwiched the one of the card. I always recycle cardboard packaging, so it's nice and sturdy. So I did that. Then to make my box, I just used my scoreboard to see how wide from here to here would be, and that was 4.5 inch wide. Then I also thought I need to measure how tall it is from here to here, because I wasn't gonna make myself have a headache by trying to measure a box that would actually be shaped just like the pocket. I mean, I guess I could if I really wanted to, but I really like my crafty time to be less stressful and more fun. So I just wanted a rectangular box. So the height from here to here is 5 3/4 inch tall, and from here to here is 4.5. So what I did to make the box, you guys, it's super easy. Let's say that you have this strip of 12-inch strip. I'm gonna use this as an example. The lid, I made this to be 1 inch tall. So I cut my strip to be 1.5 inch so that I can score at the half. But for the bottom one, I made the bottom one to be 3/4 inch tall. So what I did with my 12-inch strip is I scored at 3/4 inch like this, right? All the way down for the entire 12-inch strip. Then you fold it like this. And then, because my width is 4.5, I score again at, so I'm doing the bottom bit. So for the top lid, I scored it at 4.5 and I folded it. But for the bottom box, you need it a little bit smaller. So you would go a little less than 4.5. So I scored it there. Then like that. See? Then I also scored it. It's 5 3/4 inch tall. So for the top lid, it will be at 5 3/4 inch. But for the bottom lid, bottom box, I put 1 1/8 little shorter, smaller. So I scored it there. Then it gives me this. See this happening? So you would do another one to complete the two sides. So you would glue on another 12 by 12 strip here, like this. So for example, let's say I'm doing another strip. You would glue it like this, and then you would measure another 4 so it will be 4 3/8. So another 4 3/8 and score, and you fold, and then it becomes a rectangular box. I just really wanted to quickly explain that to you guys. So that's how my box came about. I did use the pattern paper from the collection to cover the inside. This pattern paper is also from the collection. And then in here, I did use a different blue tone, but to cover the inside, this is the pattern paper from the Forget Me Not collection. So for my sunshine, I used the pattern paper from the same collection, as well as my champagne gold for the extra layer. Then I used Hello Sunshine paper. This pink one and the one below is also from the collection, same as this floral pattern paper. The ephemera cluster I added to the bottom is a mixture of different Rosie Studio items, but I also accented it with the gold foil clear sticker up here. So I absolutely love how strong this box is. So in here, I just also filled it with some embellishments that I've been making to show you guys how much embellishments you can actually store in this box. So let me show you some more of my bunny characters I've made. This pretty pink bunny is made with the, I gave her this beautiful floral dress. This is the pattern paper from the Forget Me Not collection, and the puffy sticker is also from the collection. Then I made several other bunnies, so I can use these to decorate further a little later on. Then I made a circular embellishment because in the ephemera pack there was a large circular piece with the sentiment in the middle, but I layered another circular piece that was included in the ephemera pack. I added some foam tape, raised it up, raised this floral piece and added this word, and I attached this sweet little mouse right there. Then I have this one here, which is a ticket embellishment. So this is a ticket base, and I just layered things on top. I used the chipboard frame to tuck between this piece and this fishtail banner piece. Then I also used some puffy stickers to decorate onto the right side. Added foam behind the butterfly to raise it up as well. Then I have this one here, which is a mini envelope that I made using one of the mini envelope die. And then I just layered things on top using the clear sticker. Here's a rainbow tucked into the envelope. And I also used some chipboard piece behind this word and added this girl from the Pocket Full of Sunshine collection. Then I have this one here, which the base is actually the policy envelope. And this policy envelope is included in the ephemera pack. I just folded it to complete the envelope. And then I layered some chipboard sticker on there, chipboard frame, as well as I added clear sticker there to accent. I wanted a little bit of more gold. Then here is my long fishtail banner piece that I chopped in half. It was a long piece, but I chopped in half to give me that shape. And I added this ticket piece at the very top. It says, "Life is full of simple joys." This one here, I cut out a tiny envelope and then formed it, then added all of these sticker pieces here. These two are sticker pieces. Then I layered this beautiful hand holding some flowers, and I tucked another floral piece behind this piece and another large floral piece at the back to give me this look. Finished it off with pop of color of the yellow dots. Then I have another one. This is another envelope embellishment. So I die cut the envelope, then I layered all of these pieces on top. This is a sticker, this one is a sticker, puffy sticker, and an ephemera piece. So you can combine many of your cardstock stickers, ephemera pieces, clear stickers, puffy stickers to form your embellishment clusters. This one is a little mini tag that was in the ephemera pack. Then I added some 2 clear stickers, raised it up. I also put the 2 clear stickers on top of this envelope piece, raised it up with some foam, and then I finished it off by adding this "Thank you for being you," and then I added another clear sticker on top. This is another tag piece I made. There was a little journaling card that says "Never forget." I layered things on top of that journaling card using the chipboard frame as well. I love using frames to layer for my embellishment clusters. And then here is a sweet teddy bear, and here is a music, I have no idea what that's called, music piece here. And then I finished it off with lovely and added a tiny butterfly there. Then I have another tag piece. So I used another green tone rectangular piece frame to layer on top of the tag. Then I added the lemon cluster with the window scene, and it says "Fill each day with joy." Here is my large frame that I used as a base. Then I layered a Polaroid frame on top towards the left bottom. Then I added this film strip towards the right side of this piece here. Then I had this really large girl holding a flower bouquet, and then I added this lovely leaf piece, 2 of the different designs on top in the middle part of her dress. Then I added this word sentiment piece, finished it off with the dragonfly and the heart piece there. This one here, I made a little dangle using 2 of the circular chipboard stickers. I added them back to back. Then I further used some cardstock stickers on top of the chipboard circular piece to make my new little dangle, paper dangle. And this is how my box is. And it just closes really nicely like that. See? So pretty. So that's everything I have been making so far, but I have ideas to make more things using this collection before I move on to another different theme. Thank you so much for being here, everybody, listening to me, and I appreciate your kind comments. Bye for now.